For those planning to hit the road these next few weeks, car maintenance can go a long way to prevent any major car issues during winter. Kai Vu, who's built his craft as an auto technician for 9 years, shares 5 things that he hopes to give people a safe driving experience.
One is the battery, one is the wiper blades, now there's the tires, and then their lights and their fluids.
He recommends checking all these parts a few weeks before a planned trip. Vu says car batteries weaken in the cold, so if your car starts right away after hitting the ignition, the battery is good.
Yeah. Usually, if the battery's weak, it'll take like a couple for it to start. It means the battery is getting weak.
Though he says sometimes after an hour of driving, the battery could recharge. Next on the list are fluids. A major important one is the engine oil, which keeps the engine parts moving smoothly.
And this is how you check the level. You wipe it, put it back in, check it out again. Then you check the marks. The bottom dot is for when it's a little too low. The top dot is for when it's a little too high. So you want to be between the 2 dots. Then you'll be okay.
Another fluid to check is coolant. It helps prevent the engine from overheating, but make sure the car isn't hot.
If the coolant is at the top, right here, then it's okay. You have enough coolant. And you can also check the color. See, if it's a bright color, it means the coolant is pretty new. Still good. If it's a little brownish, then you might consider changing it.
You can also check the plastic reservoir container. Another fluid is the windshield washer fluid.
It usually has a blue cap on it.
Drivers can fill this with washer fluid, or if they're in a pinch, just water would work temporarily.
Yeah, okay.
And after a spray of that fluid, a clean wipe from the wiper blades indicates the windshield will have good visibility, especially during rain. The next step is checking if all the exterior lights are working, and having a second person with you helps.
Turn on the lights and turn on the brake lights too. Press on the brakes and you'll see if everything's okay.
Next are the tires. Vu shows NTD the old penny trick to measure the thickness of the tread depth.
If you can't see the top of Lincoln's head, then you're good. But if you can see the top of his head, it means the tread depth is maybe too thin.
As for tire pressure, manufacturers recommend filling tires to the pressure that's generally labeled near the door sill. For this car, it's 33 psi, or pounds per square inch, for both the front and rear wheels.
Check the pressure with like any tool that you have around. So this is actually a little low. It's around 28.
He uses an air pump set at the right pressure to inflate the tires.
Let's tighten it in. Now, yeah, it's around 33. Now it's good.
Vu first worked on cars as something to do with his time, but then found purpose in it.
I found that I enjoy fixing cars, and especially when I fix a car for a customer and they're really happy about it. And that's when I get the most joy out of my job, just making the customer happy.
He currently works with a non-profit in San Jose. Vu says most of these maintenance are simple to do at home, but recommends going to a professional if problems come up. He also said services like AAA can also help should there be any issues on the road. With the upcoming winter season, it brings rain and snow, so we hope these several tips keep you and your family safe for any long road trips coming up. With that said, happy holidays. David Lamb, NTD News, California.